Crime Junkies. Do you know the podcast Crime Junkies? I think they're fantastic. Well, she was kind of basically doing a 411, drop everything. And it's like a 22, 23-minute episode. And she's talking about the latest scam that's gotten so sophisticated with AI. And that's interesting. My whole screen just went black. That's so funny. But I'm going to keep telling you no matter what happens because this is important. She was talking about this thing, which we've all heard of, where a loved one calls you in distress. I have been kidnapped or someone's taken me. And then somebody gets on the phone and says, you need this amount of money and or these kind of gift cards or cryptocurrency or whatever, or else something awful happens to them. She relays this conversation or this story of this woman, this mom that this happened to. And the person on the end of the phone was sobbing. It was her teenage daughter. And she had to present in front of Congress because we're all wanting guardrails because it sounded exactly like her daughter, even in distress, which isn't anywhere on social media. Her daughter's social media accounts were private accounts, but yet it was so convincing that she was spinning, as you would be, right? As a person, a loved one is on the other side of the phone in distress. And then this other person is jumping on the phone and telling you what you have to do to keep this person safe. Well, it's gotten so sophisticated, this whole AI scamming thing, that's why I'm jumping on with you right now. And hopefully it'll upload to YouTube as well. I'll have links to that show that is like a 22-minute listen. But the takeaways are this. Number one, they are trying to take advantage of your sense of urgency and fear that just comes flooding forward. So they encourage us, and by they, it's like the FBI. It's the big folks are telling us to take a deep breath, to try to calm down your senses. And they are asking us to have someone else try to use their phone, so not a linked to your cell phone, to contact that person, that loved one that is allegedly been taken. Because odds are they're fine. But you need proof of that. The other thing they say is proactively to have a safe word in your family, a phrase. It's not going to be a birthday or your numbers on your address. It's something like an inside joke that you guys don't post anywhere. And when you share it in person and practice it. So it's like muscle memory. Like you don't have to even think about it if you're put in a situation where you're like freaked out, right? Rightfully freaked out. And I thought that was incredible. In person, they're saying don't use your phone, don't text it to each other, because if that's the compromised thing, then of course they have access to it. And and then the third thing I was thinking, this was just so rando, but do you remember when there was some weird stuff happening and it was like not as sophisticated as this, like 10 years ago? And I was thinking, is this a bad thing to do? Or is this the Riley dark humor where they would say, okay, we have taken your fill in the blank. And I would say, oh, thank God, because they've become such a problem in the family. Thank you for that. Where do I send you a bouquet of flowers? Maybe that's too dark humor, but really in the spirit of keeping you and yours safe in this wild west of AI, where we're seeing some of the worst, where there are literal phone banks of folks that are using compromised data to just cold call. But instead of cold calling and asking if you want an auto insurance quote or something like that, they're saying, we have your loved one. We will kill them. Go get us gift cards and money and send it to here. And that's where we're at, folks, because no one is being the adult in the room and putting guardrails on this stuff. So until then, you are going to be hearing this motherly warning from me. make up a safe word or a safe phrase, something that is, I think, an inside joke. Practice it often. Do not share it via text with your loved ones or say it in front of your phone, is what the FBI is saying, because assume that your phone is always listening to you, and that information will be sold on the internet. Also, before we go, look who's out in the yard with me. Can you see Cooper? He's such a good boy. I was going to go live like a half an hour ago, and he decided that was a good time to puke up some paperwork that he decided to eat last night of my husband's that had some information about FEMA on it. So he's puked up about half of it, and I'm expecting the other half of it to show up, I don't know, 4 in the morning this morning. I'm not really sure. I hope you're doing great. I hope this didn't come across as like uber paranoid. It's just simply sharing information out of love. Have the best day where you're at. And yeah, that's it. Love you.